All right. So I'm one man showing it right now, so I'm turning the camera on right about now, like that. And what we're gonna do is have people let us know whether or not we have signal and video and stuff. Chat, y'all know the drill. You're not new around here. Let me know if you can hear me. Stream should be live. Y'all should have a video feed of a guy in a wacky looking hat right now with a very long pole, actually. Everything's good. AOS, just give me a 5x5. You don't see me. What you see right now is Mr. Jon Pendleton, who is a beekeeper helping us out with a little bit of a problem. What are we doing here, John?
We have a swarm of bees about 15 feet up in the tree. We're going to try to successfully remove those bees from the tree and put them in the box behind you. And I'm going to take them home and raise them.
Take them home and raise them for honey, or what?
Well, hopefully we wouldn't get honey out of them this year. They're too small, the hive is. But they would be for next year's honey crop.
For next year's honey crop, no kidding. Yes, they are actual bees. They are real bees. I was not issued a hat. I just have my regular hat on. He's the one with the fancy hat there. And you were just saying the box, so down here on the ground,
right.
One already wants to move in.
Yeah, yes, he does. This is a hive, one that we've made, and those are frames of where they will make their honey and lay their babies.
Okay.
And so the idea is that I'm just going to shake them into this big box and put the lid on them and kind of let them calm down. And while we're doing this, if you don't mind, there's some people asking questions too. Sure.
So they ask, how many hives do you have right now?
I currently have about 8.
About 8.
I've been beekeeping for about 2 years. And this is my 6th swarm this season.
6th swarm this season?
This season, yes.
No kidding.
So there's a lot of swarm. This is the time of the year where the bees realize they need more room, and then they swarm and take the queen, and they go out and set up a new home somewhere else, and then the hive that they left grows a queen, and that's kind of how they multiply.
Gotcha. So it looks like a hive splits off. These bees were part of another hive already.
Was part of another hive.
Okay, cool. So again, y'all, like we were just saying, you're just joining us. I know we just started the stream. Tiny needle monsters. Actually, are we worried? You don't have like a full suit or anything on right now.
No, they're fairly docile at this stage. They're just more worried about finding a new home. When I get them down, I am going to spray them with some sugar water.
Okay.
And that'll kind of calm them down even more, because then they'll start licking the sugar water off of each other and be more concerned with that than they are us.
Okay, gotcha. Because you just got short sleeves on right now.
Yep.
You don't have to have like a full-on suit or anything like that.
It depends on what your level of expertise is. I don't have very much expertise. I've just got a lot of faith in myself, which may be misguided, but in any event, I'm not too much worried about the bees stinging me, so that's why I don't have a full suit on.
Well, I just met you this morning, and I got a lot of faith in you too, so I hope the bees are as docile as you say.
We'll do all right. If those were yellow jackets or wasps, we'd be doing something way different.
Yeah, I wouldn't be out here right now.
Yeah, no, me either. I told you call somebody else.
Yeah. So that is, Chet, I will explain right quick. We came outside, and my daughter looked up in the tree, and she said, wow, why are there so many flies in that tree, right? And then she looked at it a little bit more. Yeah, Casher's over here. Yes, thank you, Kaylee. Yes, all right. So she looked up there. She thought that they were actually flies. And when we looked at it, we saw that big mass of bees up there and realized they were bees. But I know that bees aren't something that you typically want to destroy, right? Normally you want to try and preserve the bees because they have lots of good qualities, right, John?
Right, they're pollinators.
They're pollinators.
About a third of your crops in the world are pollinated by honeybees.
There you go.
So most of the food, the fruits and the vegetables you eat are pollinated by them. Without them, you wouldn't have all of the stuff that you have.
Yeah, so it's not just the honey that you get from bees. Everybody's like, oh, bees and honey. It's bees actually going around and spreading the pollen around all sorts of different plants, not just flowers.
Germinating the other plants so that you get your apples and your blackberries and
everything else you like to eat.
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't want to destroy the swarm of bees up there. I figured they were just moving or something like that. I didn't really know about it. So what I did, and the mods can get ready with the link online there, What I did was go online and I found a Mecklenburg Beekeepers Association, I think it was. And it was MecBees. It's like mecbees.org or something like that.
Right.
And it was a website that had information on who you can call if you find a swarm of bees. There's a lot more information than just that on there, but I was interested in the swarm stuff. So I called a couple beekeepers on the list, and John here came over to the house to help us with the swarm. So what's our plan to get the bees out of the tree here?
Well, that's so far up and I can't get a ladder on it. So my plan is take this big hook on the end of this pruner and pull that limb down if we can.
Okay.
To the point to where I can get a hold of it and then trim it with pruning shears. And so I can get that small limb in my hand. That's what we're going to attempt to do.
Gotcha. So the big pole, we're not going to be sawing on the tree or anything like that?
No.
That would disturb the bees.
Yeah, and not at this juncture.
Yeah, gotcha. And it's a really skinny branch up there, Chad.
Right,
like I'm going to come around this way for you. And that branch is actually really skinny up there if you can have a look at it.
Much bigger than your finger.
Yeah, it's really not. So we're hoping, I mean, the plan here, get some super zoom on the bees. The plan here is to actually pull that branch down. We got a ladder down below it, and we're going to try to get a hold of that branch. He's going to try to get a hold of that branch. I'm not. And we're going to try to cut that entire branch off, and then he's going to hold the end of that branch in his hand and try to transfer the bees down to the bee box, the hive. And there it goes right there, sort of pulling it down. I'm going to back up for this. So wow, they're just right there now. Look at this, y'all.
Baby, can you come hold the stick for me now?
I mean, we're super close to the bees.
Yeah, super close. All right, so back up just a little bit more. All right.
All right, y'all got it there?
Yep.
Okay, so he's got a pair of pruning shears.
What I'm going to do is kind of prune the.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to prune the stuff out of the way first.
Okay, just the end of the branch we don't need.
Kind of the stuff that we don't need. We don't need to mess with it. We don't need it around, so I'm going to get that out of the way.
Gotcha.
And there's some over here. And as long as you
is at the center of that cluster.
So there's a queen bee in the center of that cluster?
Right.
Wow.
That's who they're following.
Yeah, and they are starting to fly around us here. But as long as we chill out.
Yeah, we're okay. As long as we're okay, they're okay. All right, so I'm getting ready to cut the main branch.
Okay, and you got a hold of the other branch there.
Cutting it slowly so that we don't make them crazy.
There you go.
See right in there, that's comb that they have created.
Wow, right in there. Look at that. They just put that in the tree.
The comb.
And that didn't mean that they were going to live there. They just temporarily.
Yeah, well, they're doing something. We're not sure what they do, but.
Oh.
So now I've got a sugar mixture here.
Yep.
That I'm going to spray on them. And they'll start kind of worrying with that.
Right.
Way more than they're going to worry with anything else. And it'll also keep them from flying once they'll start trying to get that off of one another.
Okay.
So we do that pretty good and get them drenched.
And there we got
they'll clean all that off of one another here in a minute.
Yep. I just got two that landed on me, but they're not trying to do anything to me. Yeah.
Don't get too crazy about it.
I'm not worried about them at all.
Here's what I'm getting ready to do.
Okay.
One motion, I'm gonna take all these bees right into that box.
Okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Now those bees are in there.
That's a lot of bees.
I'm gonna close the top up
okay.
like this.
Looking good. I am surrounded by bees, Chet.
And if everything works out all right here in just a little while, the rest of them will start making their way into there.
Yep. Now, I got one on my neck right now. That's not anything to be concerned about, is it?
He's fine. You
He's
got
just
one on
hanging
your
out.
hat.
And I got one on my hat.
And they're everywhere, but they're okay. They're not, they're just saying, hey, where'd my quill? Some of them have got sugar on them.
Sugar on them because you sprayed them down, huh?
Right. So,
yeah.
If I did good, the queen is in the middle of all of that.
Right.
And she's now in the box.
In the box.
And everything is good. So
no kidding.
Let me look over here and see what's going on with this.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to step on them or anything like that either. I'm just.
This right here.
Yeah.
Is a drone.
Okay, let's see here.
This is a drone male.
Right.
And they're what fertilized the queen.
Okay.
They don't.
Whew, the one took off on my neck. That was nice.
Yes, it is nice when they leave. So here is what the cone was they were making in the tree.
Oh, wow.
That's wax
No kidding.
that they make.
Does that smell like something, or is that something else I'm smelling out
that's
here?
Honeybee Healthy.
That's Honeybee Healthy.
Honeybee Healthy has got a lot of lemon oil in it, and that's a scent that they lemongrass.
That's what I smell right
scent
now.
that they like. So I sprayed honey and stuff on there. So,
Okay, gotcha.
So that's
gotcha.
where they were. I was just looking to make sure the queen was gone.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to
Just get rid of the rest of them off the
get rid
branch.
of the rest of them.
No
Baby?
kidding.
Want your brush?
No, we're good. You can save that and take that to school next week.
There's one on the camera right there. Hi there, Bee. How you doing? I think my normal camera operators would not be volunteering for this.
Well, but you can see they're docile. They're not doing
Yeah.
anything, and so they're all trying to figure it out now. So let me see if they're doing this down here on the front of this.
Yeah.
They're still trying to figure out what's going on. In a minute, they will start flapping their wings. See this one right here?
Okay, let's see here.
Has got his rear end up in the air and he's fanning his wings.
Yep, I see him.
And he's right beside that drone.
Yep.
He is now sending that out, and that one
Yep.
are telling other bees, "Hey, come on, y'all come this way."
Oh, you can tell the difference between the drone and the smaller
He's
one.
a huge bee,
Yeah.
and the drone, his only job is to mate the queen.
Okay.
And once he mates the queen, he dies and goes away.
Gotcha. Wow, you can really tell the difference between those two bees there.
Oh yeah.
That one looks like it's about to fall over.
Well, and when I say that, well, they're a little bit sticky now because I sprayed them with that. And what
Yeah,
they will
yeah.
do is they will get one another clean. So
Okay.
they'll lick each other off and get it clean.
Of all the sugar water you sprayed on them,
Sugar
right?
water
Is
I
that
sprayed
basically
on.
what's in the container there?
Yep, sugar water with that stuff called Honeybee Healthy, which is lemongrass
Lemongrass
oil.
stuff. Okay. Oh, there's one there too.
Where is he? I don't see
Yeah,
him.
he's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Hi there. Bee,
Hey there, bee.
how are you doing? On my arm.
Yeah, he's not looking to sting you. He's
Yeah.
just trying to figure out what's going on.
He's like, what the heck did y'all just do? I was doing my thing, and now it looks like he's raising his hind end up in the air too.
Yeah, no, he's just trying.
just
He's trying to get his face clean because he
Trying
had
to-
sugar on him.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, look at that guy. He's right there. No big deal. Whew. So, the bees were in the process of moving, right?
Right.
And now you've given them a nice place to stay, basically.
Right.
They got a box, it's protection, there's some
Right.
stuff they like in there, there's lots of surface area for them to build their comb
Right.
and stuff on.
Right.
Would they leave? Did they do that? They're like, nah, I don't like this place, and they take off.
They have.
Okay.
We caught a swarm one time, and we got a box like this and got him home, and 2 days later they were gone. So
They were gone.
They didn't like the box.
You never know, huh?
Well, most of the time they stay.
Okay.
They're just looking for a home to start a new colony, and if you
Yeah.
give them somewhere nice. And inside there, those frames, I sprayed this Honeybee Healthy
Right.
lemongrass oil
Gotcha.
on there. So there's stuff in there that they like, that they're familiar with.
Understood. Yeah. You
So-
okay, kiddo? Hey, that's my cell phone.
Be careful with myself.
Be careful with the cell phone. So,
So this process from here on out will take another 30, 45 minutes, and they'll all kind of make their way into the
yep.
hive.
I imagine there's like a critical mass of bees or something like that, right?
Right.
You want to get as many of the worker
Right.
bees coming along as you
Right,
can,
Right.
so they have enough, I guess, workers to start their new home, huh?
And all they really need is the queen.
Yeah.
So at this point, they'll work their way down. They'll get in there, and yeah, those up there in the tree. Can you get those on camera?
Oh yeah, sure. Against the sky there. Give me just 1 second. All right, so they're still.
They're looking around. They're trying to figure out where they're going, and they'll get the scent down here in a minute. And you see how these bees have calmed down, and they're kind of making their way into the hive.
Yep.
And those bees are saying, "Well, wait a minute. Where was my cluster? It went away."
Yeah. Is that an official term for? Is there like a technical term for that? A cluster, a
Yeah,
swarm?
A cluster, a swarm, and then they cluster as a tight ball.
Okay.
And as swarm clusters go, that one was fairly small.
Yeah. My wife is probably freaking out right now. She's watching from
She's
work.
watching.
Safely from work. She's not going to come home till we're done here, I think.
We're all safe.
Yeah. So, kiddo. Oh, hi there. Can you bring me my phone so I can see if there's any questions? And did you get some cool pictures on your camera there? Did you see any questions? No? You're just worried about the
See
bee.
the queen. Well, if the queen was in there, everything went in that box.
Yeah, that was crazy. You just shake them once and they just all went down in there. No kidding. Sea of fertility, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Wait, did you type in my phone?
Yeah.
Did you tell everybody that I thought I was going to die?
I'm going to die.
But it looked like I was saying it.
No, I told Chat that I was controlling Chat. And I said I'm going to die.
Oh, no kidding. All right.
I don't like when they get next to my ear and I can hear them.
All right. So now we're just going to sort of chill out and wait for the bees to go to their home, huh?
That's exactly what we're waiting on.
Gotcha. So I'm just
And
going to...
most of them are in there. You just got a couple of the
Oh, yeah.
stragglers. But most of the bees that were in that bunch are there.
Yep.
And we're just trying to let them figure out what they're going to do.
Gotcha.
And we'll give them a little while, and then I'll take some screen and cover up the
little hole.
hole there.
Ah,
strap
gotcha.
them down and put them in the vehicle and
Sure, and you just take them over there in the back of your truck, huh?
Yeah. carry,
No
carry 'em
kidding.
on.
In the car.
Yeah. Hey,
So shut the garage so they wouldn't go in the garage.
thank you. All right. Let's switch that back over that way. All right. Hey, chat. Hey, the camera, the video feed should be back on right now. As it turns out, handing the kid the stream controller isn't the greatest idea sometimes. Apparently, we got a scene switch click that happened whenever I was not holding the phone. So, just a training issue, no big deal. Let me pop back over to Twitch chat. And if you're wondering what's going on here, I'm surprised I didn't get a text message or anything there. If you're wondering what's going on, we've got all the bees into the box. I recorded it all locally so that I can put it up as well, so y'all can see what's going on. But we are just waiting for all the bees to crawl into the box. And what John was explaining was that the bees are sort of starting to settle down over there. He sprayed some sugar water on them, and they're sort of cleaning themselves off. They got sugar water. You can actually see right there. Look, you see the bees sort of cleaning themselves off. There's a drone. That big bee in the middle is a drone, but they're all concerned with getting themselves cleaned off right now. Let's just back it up here. Let's just back it up. You see, we got the audio recorder going as well, so we can get some buzzing noises for people that enjoy buzzing noises. I think my maximum bee count at one point I had 5 or 6 bees on me, which is fine. There was one on the camera and there was a couple on my hat apparently, and one was crawling up my sleeve, which was slightly disconcerting. But I just didn't
When
panic.
they start crawling up your pants leg, that's when inside the pants leg that's a really a little more of an issue.
No kidding. When they crawl up your pants leg, and there's still a lot of them up there.
Up there, it looks like they're trying to reform in a little swarm.
Yeah, trying to figure out what's going on.
If they do, then we will take that little cluster too. When
Yeah. But you looked at the branch and there was no queen on the branch anymore, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the queen should be in the box. And if the queen's in the box.
I think the neighbors are very confused. They rolled down the window and then they rolled it right back up again.
Right back up again. After she said, oh.
She said, oh.
That don't want nothing to do with that, whatever that is.
Yeah. So again, y'all, I think we said like probably 30 minutes to let the bees just sort of chill out.
Yeah. At this point, it's anticlimactic. We're just going to
Yeah.
watch them fly around until they're ready to go into the home, and we're just going to kind of hang out. So.
Yeah. But that's a great time to ask some questions and stuff like that, chat. I see Real Peace Life there. Where did the bees come from? The bees were up in a tree, so you can still see the swarm flying around up there.
Right.
And we're thinking that they were just splitting off from another hive, right?
Right. So the possibility exists that there's somebody within a couple miles of here has a hive,
Right.
and they split from there, or there's a feral colony, meaning wild bees somewhere around here,
Right.
and they split off and just ended up here. You never know which one that is, but it's one of those two.
Gotcha.
It came from another colony somewhere.
Right. So they split off of another colony somewhere. Oh, here you go. Look at this. Turn that way for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no big deal. See, chat, the bees are not interested in attacking us right now.
Well,
the bees are interested in figuring out what's going on. There you go, I got them. So most of these bees, all right, I don't know a lot about bees. Are most of these bees male or female?
Well,
I don't know the answer to that.
The drone is a male, the big one you saw.
All right.
The rest of them are all female.
Okay.
The queen is a female, and interestingly enough, she goes out and mates, and she will mate with 5 or 6 or 7 of the male drones.
Right.
From there, for the rest of her life, she has enough sperm in her to fertilize the eggs for the rest of her life.
No kidding.
And when she wants to lay a drone egg,
right,
she just doesn't fertilize it with sperm. She just lays the egg.
She just lays the egg.
So she has the ability to not fertilize the egg.
She can decide
when she wants to lay or not lay.
No kidding.
And she can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day.
2,000 eggs a day?
Right.
That's a lot of bees.
That's a lot of bees.
Can you see a drone down there anywhere? I was seeing if I could zoom in on another one. In chat, if y'all have any more questions, asking, you can type them into chat. I am reading them now. I don't believe they're Africanized. Is there anything we can tell about these?
No.
Yeah.
They're not Africanized.
That's like a news thing, right?
Yeah. They'd be killing us right now if they were. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Come here and tell me what this bee is.
Is it that really big one?
Yeah.
I keep seeing that, and it looks like a drone, but it's very different.
Here, I'll come around this way. Where are you pointing at?
Here,
right there, all right.
Bigger bee.
I'll zoom in on it. So that one right there looks like, whoop, it just took off, huh?
It just took off.
No kidding.
It's not part of this colony.
Really? It's like a different type of bee, or?
I don't know what he was.
Okay. Hey, kiddo.
So you see,
Then go to the porch.
do you see a drone baby? Or has he gotten in the...
Right here.
Underneath right there?
Right here.
Let's see here.
And there's one right there.
He's picking that thing up.
Well, a drone can't sting you.
Really? Let's see if we can get that focus there. There you go. So did you grab him by the wing, or?
I got him by the wing.
Got him by the wing.
Yeah.
No kidding. Now, all right, so you've got him in a little bit of a predicament there. Is he going to give off any scent or anything to freak out the other bees?
The drones don't have a stinger.
Okay.
And he can't sting me.
Gotcha. There you go. So it's just the Norway. So all the bees down there are female bees. The queen is a female bee. We don't see her, but she
should be inside
should be
the box.
in the box.
If everything went right, she's in the box.
Yeah, and like we said, we looked at the branch to see that she wasn't still hanging on that branch.
Right.
Gotcha.
And so we now have a small colony.
Yep.
To build up, and they'll go out and eat nectar and gather pollen and start making babies and draw out some more cone like the one you saw on that tree branch that we started earlier.
Yep.
They'll make a bunch of that and lay eggs and.
Cool. Here's another good question. Is there like a life cycle per hive? Like, is it like every year the hive splits off? Does it depend on how good the year was or the weather?
You know, they say if you're not careful, they will split every year. But there's a whole philosophy behind swarm control.
Right.
And a lot of people just replace the queen every year and put a new queen in. So they don't have the possibility of that. Baby, I think I got one up my shirt.
That's never any fun.
You look and see if it's up under there.
That's what I keep getting concerned about, Chad. I'm like,
Well, we're okay as long as we don't smash it.
Yeah, exactly. My biggest thing is if I feel one crawling on me, I don't want to like swat at it or anything.
Shoulder. Felt it right in here. That's all right. Just leave it alone a minute. I didn't feel it.
What you got is the antenna.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Okay, good.
But they will get into about anything.
Yep. No kidding. Phantom crawlies, yeah. Sia Brigility says, once with this many bees buzzing around, I guess y'all can see them on the camera too. With this many bees buzzing around, you just figure that one's crawling on you, right?
All right, sooner or later.
Blue Land. You'd be struggling. Hey, how's it going, Blue Land? What's the best way to deal with the pain of bee stings? Is there like a home remedy?
No, not really. You know, you just you want to try not to get swollen, stung in the face.
Right.
The face tends to swell a lot, but their stings are not that painful.
Gotcha.
They're just. I mean, they hurt, but it's like, you know, in the old days when they used to prick your finger to draw blood. That little piece. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. Gotcha.
It's nothing major.
And you do have some people that are allergic to bee stings, right? That's definitely a serious thing. But
we have EpiPen for that.
Gotcha. Do you carry one?
I don't carry it with me, but I've got it at the hive.
Gotcha.
So if anybody's around our hive.
Understood. So I know there's a lot of people joining, wondering what's going on. What has happened here is, if I point the camera up at the sky, you can see that there is a bunch of bees buzzing around that branch. I know they're pretty easy to see, highlighted against the white sky there, right? So
they are reclustering right there.
Are they?
Yeah.
We might have another cluster to put in here.
Yeah. So as they continue to calm down and cluster, we'll grab them too.
Oh yeah. Here, I'm going to step over this way and see if I can get that cluster.
It's a small little bitty cluster.
Yeah, they are. Look at this. So right here, this is a really small cluster right here. See? But you see that stack of bees in my tree? I'm literally standing in my front yard right now. And my daughter noticed a bunch of flies. She said there were flies flying around. Then when we looked at them, there was a clump of them up in that tree. And so what I did is we went online and we found a local beekeeping organization, the mecbees.org, I think it is. One of the mods can put that in there, and to chat if anybody wants to check it out. And what we think is happening is the bees were migrating. They were splitting off from another hive, and they were moving to a new hive. So they had a queen. They were all sort of swarmed around a queen, and they were trying to find a new home. They were temporarily sort of hanging out in the tree here, and what we've done is we cut a branch off of the tree that had the major cluster on it, and we've put them in this box here. So there's a beehive in the box. There's room for the bees. There's some bee attractant in there as well. And what we're trying to do is relocate these bees and give them a nice home. So Jon here and his wife are beekeepers, and hopefully what we can do is all these bees will get in the box, they'll take it back, they'll start a new hive. And I think you were saying next year or so they might actually produce some honey.
Right, there has to be, they'll need to be a lot more bees than this in order for them to make the honey.
Right.
So this year these won't make any honey, but they potentially could make some for next year.
Gotcha. So again, I didn't want to kill the bees, y'all. I know that bees are typically good things. We're not talking about wasps like pokey death machines. We're not talking about hornets or anything like that. They're honeybees, right? So I didn't want to just try and destroy the swarm of bees. I'd rather give the bees a good home. So luckily there's some resources for people that sort of think that way, I guess. And hopefully this swarm of bees creates a new little hive. What's the device on the mini tripod? This is a high definition bee recorder. It's recording the buzzing when they were first swarming. It's actually still recording right now. But it's just getting us some high definition bee audio. Mutter. Bees are our friends. You're exactly right, Blue End. Bees are our friends. Yes. Oh yeah, that was the funny thing. Kasher and I were out taking pictures, and Kim has grabbed the lawnmower, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna mow the grass." And as soon as we saw the bees in the tree, she's like, "Nope," but she just went inside. I had to put the lawnmower back inside. Is it true the honeybee is the only food that can stay good for the honeybee? Ah, I see what you're saying. Like honey doesn't need any preservatives or anything like that.
It doesn't.
It doesn't go bad.
pH level and its moisture content.
Gotcha.
High pH, low moisture content, keep it from spoiling.
Yeah.
And it will crystallize, but when it crystallizes, you can just warm it gently, and it will
go back to its
liquid state.
Gotcha. All right. They're reforming, so we might put some more of them in there. Oh yeah.
What is he doing? What is he trying to do?
I don't know. He's brushing the bees.
It's a bee brush.
It's a bee brush. Do you want to operate the bee brush? No.
I have gotten this far.
That was a rhetorical question. I knew she wasn't going to go for it, so. All right.
I think this is my limit.
Let's bring that back again right there. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Brigida's whining.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, I let her out.
Okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to take her out here for the bathroom.
Yeah, no.
because-
Yeah, no. All right. Yeah, we got the camera back. Chet, we're testing a new firmware on the broadcast unit. So the hiccups with the video are probably the new firmware that I'm testing out. Hey. Then you stay over there. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here is grab the tripod and just point the camera down there while we sort of hang out and wait for the bees to go in. Are they going to start like marching into there, or are they just?
No, they're at this point. They're you can see them fanning.
Yep.
And they're kind of calling it in. The other ones are kind of out here. Again, they've got honey on them. And,
Yep.
The sugar water, and that's kind of slowing them down a little bit. I was just kind of brushing them over a little bit to see what they're going to do. I'm still watching this one up here.
Yeah.
That's getting a little bit larger as they're landing. So as that one
Yeah, they are
continues
just.
to grow, then I'll get it and I'll put it right down here.
I'll zoom back in on this one up here again. I'm being so careful, like I don't actually want to step on any bees out here. So let's see if we can get this again. There you go. Where'd it go? There it is right there. All right. That's pretty. Oh yeah. So since we're just sort of in hanging out mode now, I'll just put the camera on the tripod.
Yeah.
And
Or you can stop it, or whatever you need to do.
No, it's
the
fine.
exciting stuff is over with. We're just now it's just a waiting game.
Now, I've had people sit around and wait for hours and hours for the ability to ask a question, so as long as you're okay with it, I don't think anybody's going to complain. And we can just give them a view of the bees.
Well, they're calming down, so. I'm more interested in having that one settle in so we can get him and
Yeah,
push him down here.
add them to the pile.
No, I just dropped it right in front.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think the number one use of the stream is so my wife knows when it's safe to come home. She doesn't like bees.
Well, a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But if you understand that they're not gonna attack you, and they're
just doing their
fairly,
thing.
fairly docile bees, they'll be all right.
There's a bee on the Live View backpack. Nice, Chet. There we go.
What time was it?
Is there like a time of day where they start to chill out, or
Yeah,
just-
this time of the day, dark. They tend to be in.
oh yeah, okay, like sundown or something like that, sort of based on the time of day.
Yeah, otherwise they're out collecting nectar.
Yeah, doing their bee thing. All right. So grab my phone again.
See, those are starting to calm down now, and they're all starting to recluster on that.
Just in time for you to disturb them.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Oh, it's just like totally zoomed in on the bees down there right now. So anybody that clicks on the live stream just gets an entire computer monitor filled with bees.
What are they doing? And you see that if they weren't going to accept the place,
Yeah.
they would be marching out right now.
They'd be coming out.
Oh yeah, they'd be coming out, but they're
Okay.
not. They're content.
Okay.
And the biggest bulk of them are, like I say, inside there.
Gotcha. Still good. All right. Yeah. Nominal bees. Do they need help getting on the box from the ground, or will they crawl in on their own? I'm pretty sure they can just crawl right up the edge
they
of that,
crawl
right?
in, or they can fly in. But
Yeah.
I have a video where we did this, but did it outside.
Yeah.
And they just formed a line and just all marched right in. It's
Really?
pretty cool to see.
No kidding. God. But right now, they're just sort of chilling out. Yeah, good question, Miller Time. They can definitely crawl in there. And there's actually a little bit of a attractant in there, like something that bees like, I think, right?
Lemon oil.
Lemon oil.
Lemongrass oil.
I was going to say electrolytes, but that's what plants crave. Love the different channel content. Yeah, we were at a NASA rocket launch a couple days ago, and now we're in my driveway filming bees. What about the bee that's laying on its back? Is he just, he's doing the backstroke, probably.
Which one is that?
Right in front, I think he must have gotten injured.
Yeah, see, he's like upside down right there, kicking his legs in the air. He's right here, right there. There you go, see, he's fine.
Well, he just might have sugar water all over him.
Yeah, he was like disoriented because of the sweet nectar. I'm making this up, I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not the beekeeper.
Well, you never know. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. All right, looks like the kiddo went inside. Good. She took the tripod. I mean, it's just crazy that you can brush them like that and they don't, I guess they don't really understand what's going on, right?
Right, so not so much.
Yeah,
So
they're just getting moved a little bit.
they're getting moved around and they're saying, okay, well, what do I do now?
It's not like a big threat or anything like that. That's interesting. Lemongrass oil repels mosquitoes, says Uncle Elias. Lemongrass oil repels mosquitoes, but it attracts bees? Cool.
Bees like it. Well, they give off a scent that is very similar to lemongrass oil.
Ah.
So when they're in there, when they're working and doing their stuff, you can smell it. And it's so you can smell a hive, and it'll smell some lemongrass, banana, honey.
No kidding.
It's a kind of a.
I think I had a beer that tasted like that
Oh,
once.
yeah.
So again, y'all, we are literally just hanging out. We don't mind answering questions right now. Mobius, appreciate the 27 months of support there. That one bee is taking a nap. Thank you, Make. Yes, the one bee is taking a nap. There's no bee memes really. Hey, barista, how's it going? Greetings from Switzerland. You are also a beekeeper. Cool. Well, there's somebody who keeps bees in Switzerland watching right now. I'll be darned. He wants a belly rub. Yes, the one that wants a belly rub is laying on its back like a puppy. I don't think they typically act like puppies. All right, everything else is good to go. We're just sort of hanging out. Are you driving home right now, honey? Crows fighting at the intersection you're sitting at? She must be listening to the stream. Where are the bees going to end up? Wonder Chemist, that's a good question. Where are the bees going to end up? They actually have some hives, I guess, at their house or farm or wherever. And these bees that are in the box right now are going to go home with them in the bed of their truck and then hopefully start a new colony with the other, I think they said they have 8 or so hives?
Right.
8 hives right now. So they're going to drive a couple miles away and hopefully start their new home in a well-provided bee hotel or whatever.
Apiary.
You want me to get some lawn chairs out of the garage?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, hey, Rocket Man, how you doing today? Head Zero, thanks for the 52 months of support. I've been doing this for a little while, I guess. It's Animals Gone Wild Day in North Carolina. Another in a series to further our education. There you go, Tote. Anyways, there were bees in Dawson's yard. He called the beekeeper to come and get them. Hey, thanks for the, yeah, there's the summary right there in chat. So what we're doing, I'm just giving them the feed right now,
Yep.
and then they can type questions here, and I'm just reading the questions that come through.
Oh, wow.
So there's 127 people watching a close-up zoom of the bees there crawling into the hive.
So my question is, how did they find your particular site to know that?
So they are just regular viewers right now. We haven't promoted this show, so people
but
that
in
just...
general, how did they become regular viewers?
There you go. Chat, here is a question from the Beekeeper. How did you find either Twitch or my channel? How did you start watching our educational content here on the stream? If you type an answer into chat, I'll read it back over. Yeah, you're watching the process. There you go. Somebody Googled Kerbal Space Program, which is a video game that I do tutorials for. You don't even remember, it's been around so while. Somebody works with my wife, and my wife made them watch. Somebody wanted a Kerbal streamer, there you go. You like the game that Das plays, Kerbal Space Program, so I like watching whatever he does. A lot of KSP. I do tutorials on rocket science and orbital mechanics using a video game called Kerbal Space Program. And so a lot of people are from that. Other streamers, so one of my friends sent me over to the stream. You helped somebody with KSP on Twitch, so I found you then. Yep, Giant Waffle, there you go. Somebody found me from a promoted show, so they put us on the front page of Twitch, and just people on the internet find it. Okay. How many people searched for bee educational videos, and that's how you got here? The answer is none right now. This is my first bee video, as it turns out. Interested in a game, you saw a YouTuber, had a Twitch channel, and from there you found me playing KSP. Nice. So a lot of video game sort of stuff. Okay. We're rocket science and beekeeping enthusiasts, is the smart aleck answer.
This is where rocket science and beekeeping converge.
So that's a good question, actually, a crossover question. Have they ever shipped any bees into space? That's a question for chat. Does anybody know of an experiment where they actually shipped bees to the International Space Station, to a satellite? Did they recover them? They had a camera on them. Maybe it was a CubeSat in high altitude or something like that. Does anybody know of that? Have bees ever gone into space? So now they're all going to go and start Googling stuff and see if anybody can find bees that have been in space. Ants. We've sent ants to the ISS.
In 1989, NASA sent honeybees into space as part of a student experimental program to investigate if they could fly.
And what kind of comb they would build in microgravity.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, people are good at Google, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody pasted the same thing in there. Yep. Wouldn't the launch be stressful for bees? I am not an expert on the effects of G-forces on bees. I imagine that's not something that y'all study much either.
No, not. That's the advanced class.
He carries them around in a Ford pickup truck, all right? Not like a motorcycle or a drag racer or anything. Safe operation of the vehicle on the street does not seem to bother the bees. Let's put it that way. You think that might be stressful? You're hilarious.
Be stressful.
Bees have such small mass, I bet the launch wouldn't be very bad. All right. If we want to keep bees, where can they find more information on keeping bees?
There is a North Carolina Bee Association, as well as a South Carolina Bee Association, and most states have a bee association, and then most of the counties, of course, I don't know what they have in Switzerland, whether they have states or counties or what, but most areas have
like a local group, basically.
Beekeeping group. You just find that group, and most of them offer some type of a school.
Cool.
So you go through the school and they teach you about it, and that's where you kind of get connected in, and then they have mentoring that goes along with that, and people kind of help you, and so you get the book work, and then you get hands-on, and one day you get to where I am, which is knowing just enough to be dangerous.
Just enough to be dangerous. Nice. And we'll zoom out of the bees here a little bit. I know it's like a zoomed in shot of bees. So again, if you're just joining us, you're wondering what's going on, that is a beehive in my driveway. We're actually in, that's the concrete of my driveway you see right now. And we had a bee swarm land in one of our trees looking for a new home. It looks like my wife has made it home and will not approach the property. But our friendly local beekeepers came by to see if we couldn't get the bees into the box and take them back over to give them a new home at the bee farm? What do you call it?
It's an apiary.
Apiary. There you
We
go.
call
at
it
the apiary.
ours a bee farm, but
Yeah,
the
bee
proper
farm,
term is
apiary, you know.
apiary.
Somebody in chat is actually named Beemeister right now. Have you asked him about the status of the world's bee population? Well, I can answer part of that, honestly, Beemeister. When I saw the honeybees in the tree, we got out the P1000 and we zoomed in and we could see that they were not wasps or something else. They just look like bees. And so I knew that bees aren't something that I wanted to kill. Like honeybees are helpful, they pollinate things, they make delicious honey, etc., etc. So we started to look around to see what the proper way to rehome the bees was, I guess you could say. And I didn't think the right thing to do was to try and kill them. So here we got some action happening again. Are we going to try to pull that other branch down?
Yeah, we're going to pull that down and take that off and lay that over. So are you
Yeah, I'm good to
back
go.
in gear and ready?
Yep, I'm good to go. Let's track that there. And so he's going to try to pull this branch down. Look, there's another little swarm of bees right there. See them? Look, I'm tracking bees today, chat. And so he's pulling that branch down. And what we're going to do is snip that branch off.
Careful, it's not attached really well to that.
And then put those bees in the box.
Backing that up, it's a little long.
Is the plan. If there's anything I can help with, let me know.
Nope, we're good.
So here, let's zoom in on that again. Yep, we're good. Take off the extra part of the branch. We don't really need that. And he's just going to snip that branch off up there like that. And now he's got an entire handful of a branch which has a bunch of bees on it. Cool.
I'm just going to walk these over here and just lay them right there.
Okay.
And hopefully they'll see the other ones.
And figure out what their plan is.
Yep, they'll see what their plan is.
And they are swarming around a little bit again there. Hi, bees.
Yeah, we've
bees on the camera. There's one on my shirt again. Chat.
Kind of moving around a little bit.
The things I go through to bring quality content to you. I'm just saying, I'm better at tracking rockets than bees. Kim says she's sitting in front of the neighbor's house not getting out of the car. See, I'm not going to walk over there because if I have a bee on me and I walk up to the car, she will not be nice to me.
She could actually leave her car there and come around through there. And
come around through the yard. I don't think she's going to get within 50 yards of these bees without a piece of metal or glass between us.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead and re-drop these bees just to give them something else to do.
All right. That's a lot of bees. He just shook them off the branch, Chet. He was just shaking the bees off the branch. Is what he was doing. Hey, Uncle Elias, thanks for the bits there. I appreciate you. Did we find the queen? I don't think we got eyes on the queen.
No, we didn't get eyes on her, but I'm pretty sure she was in that big ball that went into the...
Because they were making comb.
Yeah, they were making comb.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the honeybees do.
Mm-hmm.
They make the comb so that they can store the honey and have the bees.
Gotcha.
That's where they put their eggs. It turns into larvae.
Shaking the bees off the branch, that's terrifying. Well, Stargrasper, the bees aren't out to hurt us. The bees are looking for a new home. They just want to be left alone.
Be left alone.
So what we're doing, we don't want them in our tree, clearly. We also don't want them to move into our attic or something.
Even more importantly, you don't want them to move into your house.
Yep, exactly. So instead of sitting here and rolling the dice and seeing if the bees are going to move into somebody's barn or into our attic or into like a wood pile or something like that, we're intentionally giving the bees a place to be. There's too many bee quotes. The front yard looks terrifying from where Chemist is sitting. I almost want to, I'm going to turn the live view backpack around because I want to show people. We got to send this one out to live view and see what they say about that. See if I can, you can hear the bees like.
But you can also see them, they're still fanning.
Yep.
And they're kind of heading in that direction.
Yep. You can hear them. like crazy. Let's reorient my gear here and set up a promotional shot for live view. There you bring that to the inside.
That antenna keeps feeling like a bee crawling up my back.
John's got a body pack on, and he's got the antenna scratching him on the back sometimes, and it feels like a bee going up your shirt. I definitely had a bee on my Astro headphones. I had my headphones on, and there was definitely a bee hanging out on my headphones, like on my neck for a while, which was slightly disconcerting, not gonna lie. There's a promo shot of all the things you can do with a solo.
It's like they're trying to reconstitute up there again.
They're just in love with that tree.
They are.
Oh, thank you.
Keep him straight. She rolled the window up.
Yeah. The bees have won.
That's funny. Okay,
Thanks. I've been carried off by the bees, yes.
See him up there on that very top branch?
Hey Chad, I was
Right there on
moving some stuff around. Don't fret.
See him on the limb?
We're fine. Don't fret. It should be back. Hopefully it comes back pretty quickly there. And let's get a nice, completely zoomed in view of the bees crawling into the hive here again. Hi there, bee. How are you doing?
Just tell it to take you home, and it'll take you out to Shopson Road, and you can go from Shopson Road. You can go wherever you want to.
Yeah, there we go. AOS. All right. I gotta take a picture of this. Be right back, chat. There we go. So how much time you think we'll give them to crawl in there? Is it just a wait and see sort of thing?
It's just kind of a wait and see. They're kind of calming down. You see, every time we get them riled up,
yeah,
then it takes another 15-20 minutes. But they're not crawling in. At some point, I'll just pull the trigger, and what stays.
Gotcha.
But you know, I'm saying I'm gonna give them another 30 minutes or so and figure out what they do.
Yeah, gotcha.
Now, anytime you're done, you can be done.
Oh, I live here, so
this is just the boring part of this. The fun part is pulling them down, getting them out of the tree, and doing
shaking them. Yeah, pulling all of a sudden. We got all that on video, so that's good. Not the bees. Hey, Metroid, appreciate you there. Thanks for the 18 months of support. This is the best stream from DOS so far. Jeez. I stream from NASA and you like bees in my driveway. Now with exercises, can DOS build a bee and put it in orbit in KSP? Oh, that's not a question, 10 out of 10. We can definitely do that. I'm gonna have to send a tweet at some point. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not in love with this new firmware that we're testing out here, y'all. I think that it must have something to do with the with upgrading the unit. I just upgraded the unit earlier today, so I'm just not really in the middle of a swarm of bee, but there are a lot of bees flying around me. I think the sort of crazy thing here, y'all, if it was one bee, I'd be like, oh man, oh, it's a bee. But since there's so many bees flying around, it's somewhat less scary because there's more bees. Does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense. He's like, whatever.
You just know that they're not coming after you. That's not what they're interested in.
That's right. Maybe that's why I'm not worried, because I know what's going on with all these bees, right? So there's bees. There's another bee on the camera with special guest camera operator. Bees aren't scary unless you're a flower? Why would a bee scare a flower? I don't understand that comment. That's for sure. One bee is an annoyant, a hive of bees is a happening. It's like an interesting thing going on. Yeah, and they're still up there on that branch too.
Yeah, there's some more congregating.
Yeah,
They're just going to be hard-headed and stay there.
yeah. But what's so, you take the box, it's got the queen in it, right?
Right.
And you take it home, some bees don't come along for the ride. They just die off. They're going to be
They'll die
hiveless.
off, or they'll go back to their original hive, maybe.
Okay.
Or they just will, float around and try to figure out where they're headed.
Gotcha. So if bees get left behind here, chat, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're donezo. It just means that they're probably not going with this hive. But the neighbors are definitely wondering why we're standing in the middle of a swarm of bees in the driveway here. We should send them the web address so that they can get a close-up view of what's happening in the driveway. Save the bees, feels the call of the hive. There you go. 12 months, hey, 10 out of 10. I appreciate the 12 months of support there. Thank you very much. Watching bees is never boring. You can do it for hours. Barista, you know something? You are welcome to just put this on loop if that's what you'd like. If you just want to watch bees flying around, y'all can see the flying bees, right? Yeah, you can definitely see when bees fly by the camera. So if you just want the dulcet sounds of buzzing bees, that's fine.
Tell her to come to my house. She can sit and watch 8 hives.
Watch 8 hives, no kidding. What made them start to swarm in your tree to begin with? So Susie Q, that's a good question. What my sort of summary of it is, when it's ready, a hive will split off, right? Like some of the bees from a hive, does it like hatch a new queen and she leaves because you can only have one queen per hive?
Yes, you only have one queen per hive.
Okay.
And so when the colony decides that it's time to go, they will start building queen cells.
Okay.
When the queen cells are capped and just about ready to hatch,
Okay.
the queen leaves with about half the bees.
Okay. So the existing queen leaves.
Yeah, existing queen leaves.
Oh.
So the existing queen leaves and goes, and in theory they would find a hole in a tree and live in a big tree somewhere.
Gotcha.
The queen that has the queen cell hatches out. She flies around and goes out to a drone mating area.
Yeah.
I have no idea where that is, but the drones know where it is.
The drones know where it is, and that's what's important.
That's where they go every day and hang out.
Yeah.
Waiting for queens to show up. And
Sort of like humans in bars on Saturday night.
So it's, a good bar. That's where you go to hang out every day. So they go to the bar to hang out, and so the queen gets fertilized. She goes back to the hive and starts producing eggs. And again,
For the existing hive.
For the existing hive.
Gotcha.
So now it's a way for a colony to propagate.
To make more bees, basically.
To make more bees.
Yep, more coverage, more bees, more hives.
Right. Now the problem is that there's something called mites.
Right.
And the mites devastate a colony.
Really?
They're
like smaller insects that.
Yep, and they're parasitic, and they get on them, and so that's why honeybees have dropped 40 or 50% in the last 20 years
No
or so
kidding.
because of these varroa mites. They attach themselves, and then they spread diseases among the bees, and the bees have a hard time. So
No kidding.
the varroa mites will kill a colony of bees
Wow.
after a while. And that's only been in the last 30 years or so.
What, honey? Yes. Yes, the bee's propagating. Is Kaylee? Kaylee's in the car. Okay,
Yeah.
she's in the car over there now. Oh. I'm literally learning about the birds and the bees here,
That's
Chad.
right. The birds
Literally.
and the bees.
It's springtime. I mean, come on.
That's right. The birds and the bees.
So here you go. Stargrasper asked, even if the bees aren't interested in hurting anyone, how exactly is nobody getting stung with so many bees so close by? Not a single bee is pissed off by all this.
No.
The bees aren't out to hurt you.
They're looking for a new home.
Yeah.
And mostly their stomachs are full of honey
Right.
for the journey. So they're not really interested in stinging us. Now, if I walked over there and started squeezing on them,
Sure. You make them mad.
now once one stings you, they put off a pheromone that says, hey, something's going wrong. Let's go sting people.
Ah.
So you don't want to get that started.
Let's not get that started.
Yeah. So, but as long as they're doing what they're doing now. 15 minutes ago, there were 200 bees flying around.
Yep.
Now there's 30.
Yeah.
So they're
all
calming
down.
They're making their way back down and doing exactly what we want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking their time, and this is the boring part of beekeeping.
That's okay. It's a good time for people to ask questions and stuff like that. Nobody ate any bananas. Our bees. That was one of the scents you said,
That's
right?
one of the scents, yes.
I did not eat any bananas today, so hopefully they're not coming after me.
No.
Das, are you becoming a beekeeper? No, I am not becoming a beekeeper.
But I will tell you, if you bathe in lemongrass soap,
Okay.
bees are very much attracted to you now
Ah,
because that's a familiar scent to them.
For the
and they'll
bees.
come figure out what you're doing.
gotcha. So, chemist, honey, don't bathe in any lemongrass soap. If there's a piece of lemongrass soap in the house, it's going to be in the
It's
trash
gone
tomorrow.
now.
I guarantee you.
Send it to my house.
Yeah,
we like it. We'll use it.
I'll send it to your house.
We
Nice.
try not to use it when we go into the beehives, but other than that, it's all right.
Wait, that cluster in the middle has a really big bee. Let's look at the camera here. You're probably seeing a drone. Do you see a big bee in the middle there? You're probably seeing a drone.
Yep, that one right there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's a drone.
Yeah, wow. And y'all can
drones-
definitely see that on the camera.
Drones are they're the only male in this whole hive. The
Right.
rest of them are females.
No kidding. So yeah, that was a drone you saw. Now, we're thinking we got the queen in the box because we shook off the branch where they were all swarming, and then we inspected the branch and didn't see a queen on it. There was some comb on it, but there wasn't a queen on it. So, chat. Oh no, what do y'all think of this? Look, here's where we are. I mean, me and John are just like hanging out here. Look, hi. How y'all
Hello.
doing? What's up?
How we doing? It's all good.
Yeah. It's just the thing, like you understand the bees, and
Right.
the bees aren't trying to kill anybody right now. They don't
Nope.
want to hurt anybody. They just want a home.
Right.
Just because they have a stinger. I mean, a dog can bite you.
And see
Yeah.
this bee right here, just at my finger with his tail up in the air,
Oh, yeah.
flapping his wings.
Yeah.
He has pheromones on the back of his hind end.
Okay.
There's a name for that. I'm not calling the right name. But he's putting it off and he's saying, hey, y'all come this way.
Yeah.
And it's pushing his stuff and they're saying, hey, y'all come on in here.
He's like spraying scent out the back to
Right.
tell them that there's
to tell
stuff to
them
do
to
in
come
here.
this way.
There, a couple just crawled in. No kidding. Anyways.
There's a bunch of drones in this group.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I could see
Three right
three
here.
right there, yeah. There's a big one over there.
Bunch of
Two
drones.
right there, actually. Huh.
That's a huge drone.
Yeah. No kidding. There's three over there, too. Oops, sorry, B. Wow. There's just lots of bees right there, is all it is.
That's, what is that? That's 100 bees? 200
Chat,
bees?
somebody take a screenshot and count the bees right quick. I'm going to put that one on y'all.
That's right.
Here, I'll zoom in so you can get a better view of the bees. What? Type in chat. Beekeeper or not, I'd be in the house watching this. Oh, somebody count the bees there. I'll give some extra credit to somebody who can give us an accurate bee count. Are queen bees hatched, or the queen bees are hatched?
Yep.
They
They start out just like a regular egg,
yeah.
regular female egg, and they're fed a lot of royal jelly
Okay.
that gives them a lot more nourishment, and they have a special queen cell that's much bigger than a regular cell because queens are much bigger than regular bees.
Right.
And then they get the royal jelly, and then they continue on their merry way and turn into larvae and become queen bees. But if there's more than one queen, then they'll fight till one of them dies.
Oh, wow. No kidding. They're just hanging out. They're flying around. Just doing their thing. And how are we doing up there? It doesn't look like there's another...
Well, there is a little
there
one.
is a little... God!
But I'm not sure if that's big enough to mess with.
They're just stubborn.
Yeah, they're just, it's another little clump.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave that one.
Yeah. And even, I mean, even that's like 50 bees or something.
Yeah.
But
something
still.
like
No kidding. So chat, the bees are slightly confused. Some of them are still up in the tree. And my wife says she's going to cut down this entire tree.
Now, if I left this box here overnight,
Yeah.
they would probably all make their way into here. But it's just there's a point to where
It's like you, all right,
how much
80-20, right?
Yeah. So how much more do you want to put into getting them in there?
Yep. It's like Highlander. There can
Right.
be only one. Oh my
There's
gosh.
there's a point to where, we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in the box and it's time to go.
Either get in the box or go.
Don't get in the box and stay. It's up to you.
No kidding. 400 plus bees in the screenshot. Somebody was estimating 400 bees. I don't know. I can't count them that fast, but somebody's probably putting a dot on each bee. You'd have to freeze it because they're moving around a lot, right? But
I'd like to know if that's 400. That looks like an awful big number for that small amount.
yeah,
of bees.
it does look like a little bit. And the crazy thing is we shook a bunch of bees into that box.
Oh yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of bees in the box.
A ton of bees in the box.
Yeah. Huh. And you said that was a small swarm
Yeah, small
in our
swarm.
tree.
Yeah. I've had 2 branches 4 times that size.
Wow.
To shake in a box like that.
Well, I think we're glad that was not what we had today.
Well, I would have preferred it. Because
You would have preferred it.
That many bees can start making honey tomorrow.
No kidding. God. Do y'all paint the box just?
Yeah, just
Whatever
the
color you
bees,
want.
Bees, they can see certain colors,
Mm-hmm.
and they also have not infrared, not thermal. There's something else they can see in the color.
Yeah, yeah.
But but it makes it easier for them. A lot of them have geometric shapes,
Yep.
like triangles and diamonds. Bees can recognize that and they know where to go into their particular hive.
Gotcha.
They also, so if I put that there, they would know to go to the green and purple box just because of its color when they come into the bee yard.
Ah, gotcha.
So
No kidding.
we've got pink and yellow and
Just like customized housing for the
customized
bees.
housing for the bees. I'm gonna take my bee brush and try to brush them in a little bit more and see if I can move them along, because
Okay.
I'm getting close to the point to where I'm gonna say we're done.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna be brushing some bees here, chat. Just you can hear them. Oh my gosh! All of a sudden,
Now y'all get down into the house.
yeah. Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Like, we're providing this rent free. Well, probably gonna charge them honey at some point.
Well, at some point we're gonna take their honey.
We're
but
gonna take their honey, but
not for right now though.
we're sort of suckering them into it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look here. Here's a great place
free
for you to
candy.
be. Oh, come on
free
in.
candy.
Yeah.
Come on in.
There we go. Let's zoom all the way back in and see how the bees are behaving. Yeah, we still have plenty of battery and stuff like that, so battery's not what's going to limit us here. I think it's our patience and
Our patience to get them going where they need to be going.
that's a lot of bees flying. It's a lot of bees flying. And hey, Chad, as I want to remind you, as always, I've been stung by bees before over the course of my life. I've never had any sort of allergic reaction or anything like that. I wouldn't be out here with the camera this close to the bees if I thought that I had some sort of reaction. And then I imagine the beekeeper himself knows that he doesn't have an allergy to bees or anything like that. So again, we're being safe. We're not playing around with the bees. When you see Jon sweeping them like that, that's not like, oh, just get the broom and sweep them. I don't know. He is actually a beekeeper. He knows what he's doing, and we're not trying to make him mad. We're not trying to get him to come after us. We're just trying to get in the home, like go to your home sort of deal.
Because I'm getting ready to seal it up, and once I seal it up, the ones that are out,
out.
off. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to help them along.
Gotcha.
And something has happened there, because
Yeah.
we don't have that many flying around, and
Yep.
that 400 bees that I thought was maybe 150 is doing something different. So.
Yeah, exactly. We need like a time lapse is what we need. We need a time lapse of the bees like going into
Right.
into the box. Yes, I'm being safe. Thank you, UVC Rocket Runner. I'm being safe. Are some of the bees smashed flat? I think there are some of the bees that are injured, and that's just what happens with bees.
Well,
right?
it does when we've been walking around, but most of them are they're just trying to. There's nothing really wrong with
Yeah.
them. They've got honey on them.
They're just
that
trying to
honey
figure
stuff, and
out.
they're trying to get that off or move forward.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, son of Orpheus, John, the beekeeper, just swept some of them into the box. So he's using the bee brush. That's a technical term, the bee brush.
Bee brush. Bee brush. Bee brush.
Wait, what? Oh. Use that again. Let's try to do that.
Did you lose your signal again?
Yeah, this new firmware is just being wacky. But that's why we test it on unpromoted shows, right? So nobody's paying for this one, so this is a good time to test equipment. There you go. They're getting sleepy from gorging. Huh. The funny thing is that our wedding reception was honeybee themed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. We had a little...
And I would love to meet you down there, but I can't. You won't come see us. She's not paying attention to the
Yeah, she'll hear you on the microphone, though, because they're listening to the stream. They're listening to what we're saying in the car. So the bees are flying at a frequency to block the phone signal. Nice. The bees are covering the Wi-Fi antennas. No, y'all, I loaded a new firmware onto the broadcast unit today. This is a good time to test stuff out. So that's it may be something with a new firmware. I may need to fix up the LRT or something like that. I wonder if that's what's going on. Let me check it. You know what? That's what it is. The LRT is disabled. Bumping the firmware turned it over so it's only working on one modem right now. Chat, that's what's going on. We have 4 modems plugged in, but it's only operating on one modem right now. So that's why we get a hiccup every now and then. It's all good.
See, by brushing the bees, we've made them and we're calming down.
Yep.
And we've got most of them in.
Yeah, I think most of them are in now.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on there.
Sure.
And or start heading in that direction. And
All right. Well, I'll get the microphone out of your way there.
Microphone is fine. Microphone's fine.
Yep. So, Chad, if you didn't hear, we're going to go ahead and say that this is all the bees aboard are the bees that are going. The bees that aren't aboard right now, we're going to have to find a different home. So, say we all. There's no bee pun there. So, oh, you're just stapling it.
Yep.
No kidding. You're just putting staples in the screen there, huh?
Yep.
And it's not a big deal that there's a little spot on the side.
We're getting ready to fix that with this other.
There you go. No kidding.
And then
Can a dustpan work? Can a
dustpan
work?
Dustpan would work. So, so we're gonna do that right there. We're gonna get out of there a little bit.
Yeah,
Go
come on.
somewhere. I try not to kill them, but
Yeah. There's a lot of bees, though.
every once in a while,
They tend to get underfoot.
they do.
Yeah.
All right, so they're all
Right.
locked up in there.
Good deal.
It looks like I got a little bit of honeybee healthy on you.
Oh, that's okay.
It's a little sticky. I'd wipe that off.
All right. Gotcha.
And my wife had to go run to the store real quick,
Okay. No worries.
so she'll be back directly. But
Now we've got
I think that concludes today's showing.
showing of bees.
Bees, NASA bees.
NASA
These are
bees.
NASA
Nice.
bees.
All right, so Chad, I don't necessarily need to stop the complete stream at this point, but what we can do, we're packing up some gear and stuff here. All the bees aboard are going to be going with us. Again, over here, this is Jon Pendleton. He is a local beekeeper. Let's just say local beekeeper,
Yep,
right?
Local beekeeper.
Local beekeeper. He's packing up his stuff. The bees are in the box right there. He's gonna put them in the bed of his truck. His wife took the truck away to run to the store right quick. But we're gonna put this in the bed of the truck, and he's gonna carry the bees off to their home. So now's the last chance. If you had any questions about the bees or what was going on, now's the chance to ask the last questions. Can we go visit bees on a field trip? Not Osaka. That's something that I'll ask about. That's definitely something I'll ask about. it might be interesting to go see how you take honey out of a hive or something like that. That's a good question. So let's go ahead and tap that. There you go. Yeah, that is a good
really
question.
good thing.
Yeah.
We can do that. Watch them take it out. Watch us take the honey out of the hive.
Yeah.
And then I can sell the honey to all of your subscribers.
We could do that actually. I don't know what the North Carolina laws about shipping honey is, but
it's just like shipping rocks.
it's just like shipping rocks. I like it. No kidding. Who in chat would buy North Carolina local honey? It's like organic, grass-fed. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, it's not organic, but it's as good. It's way better than store-bought.
It's way better than store-bought. There you go. Who in chat would buy some honey to support local beekeepers? How's that sound? I'm zooming back in on the box again. Oh, look at those ones. Those ones are like, wait, let us in. It's too late. You had your chance to get in the box, bees.
Yeah, they dilly-dallied.
Grass-fed bees. Free-range bees.
Well, they are free-range.
Yeah, they are free-range bees.
But it is certified North Carolina.
Yeah.
Certified North Carolina honey, so that's at least that much.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody loves honey. Depending on the cost of the honey, I'd be happy to. Oh, that hive needs to be Twitch. It actually is. No, the top of the hive is. Look, the top of the hive is literally Twitch purple. We're not even kidding. It wasn't a setup. It is purple on top of the hive there. Good call. Oh, chat. When you get really close to the hive, you can hear them buzzing inside. There is a definite buzzing noise inside. It's okay, honey. Go. Is the door unlocked?
Wait, what? Ew. Oh, I don't want to hear it.
I promise you're okay.
I know. It's just like one of those fears that I was born with.
Hi.
It was nice meeting you. Well, we got most of them. I mean, we did. We got most of them, and there's some up there, but
Up there, but they'll figure out what they're supposed to do.
Figure out what they're supposed to do. There's not much I can do with that.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no way you're going to get 100% of the bees.
Yep.
It's like acceptable bee losses or whatever. Good deal. So let's do this right quick. Chat, let's do this right quick. I'm going to flip over to this. I'm going to put your name up on the screen like that. And then let me just pull the camera around and we'll just say thanks right quick. Chat, y'all give a round of applause. Put some hearts over there for Mr. Jon Pendleton, who is our beekeeper who's come over to help us out with this today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming over and teaching us a little bit about the bees.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
That's actually from our wedding reception.
Oh,
we
really?
had our little giveaway things. Oops.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
This is a problem.
Uh-oh.
Just didn't
lost
tighten
your
it down
camera.
enough. Yeah, we
I
did
got
lose
a real
the camera
call
for a
real
second.
quick, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It helps if you tighten it down before you walk away.
Honeybee family.
It's the honeybee family.
I like that. I like that.
And I think on the front it says meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be.
Yeah. And that was somewhere local as well. It was a catering company that got local honey from up north, north of Charlotte ways.
Well, cool. Well,
So-
I will appreciate that.
You probably don't need any honey.
Well, you know, you never can have enough honey.
There you go. See?
So I also make mead.
Okay, you make mead.
That
Sounds like a field trip for me, Chad.
So that's a whole different. The drinking of the mead is the field trip, not the making.
Not the making of the
boring.
mead. The making is boring, but the drinking of the mead is fun.
The
there.
tasting is the good stuff.
Yes. Hello, Sky. Hey, chat. Again, look, they said the beekeeper is a nice chat, a nice chap.
Chap.
C-H-A-P. Chap. They say nice to meet you. There you go.
Thank you
Nice
very
to meet
much.
you. There's information, mechbees.org. Defiant, I appreciate you putting that in the chat. Mechbees.org, that swarm help page is the page that I found when we were trying to figure out what to do with bees in the area. And like we were saying earlier, there's probably a local group.
Oh, yep. In your area, there is a local group of beekeepers somewhere that meets on some type of a regular basis.
Yeah.
That would love to help you with any of your bee questions, or if you're interested in getting started in beekeeping, to help you down that road as well.
Very cool. And support local honey producers. Can I
Always,
say that too?
always.
Yeah, buy local honey. Look, don't go to the store and that honey that's in that plastic bear, Come on, where does that come from?
Yeah.
China?
I
Really?
I promise you, local honey tastes way better than the stuff out of the store.
There you go.
It really is that much better.
I do hope that our little hive here produces some local honey in a year or two for you.
Well, we'll have to get you some honey out of this hive when it produces some next year.
There you go. That'd be really cool.
We'll do that. And I'm open for a field trip if you want to come over one day and to all of your new subscribers because of the bee.
Because of the bees. Well,
right.
if we do a field trip to the hives or something like that, we could actually tell more people about it.
Yeah, we could actually do that and get into the hives and
Really cool.
show them what it looks like and what hives look like and what the honey looks like. And
Yeah.
capped honey and
Would I get
brood.
like a special suit then?
Yeah.
If I buy a special suit
How
on
about you-
Amazon.
how about a hat? How about
Yeah,
a hat?
A hat.
How about I gift you a veil?
That sounds good. Say hi to American Airlines Flight 1362 or whatever that is as well. I'm sure y'all can hear that. You second that local honey is the best. You can taste the pollen in the honey.
Yep.
There's like wildflower honey. Wildflower honey helps with allergies?
Yes,
Is that like an urban
because-
legend?
Because when you buy it in the store, they have pasteurized it and homogenized it to the point where there is no pollen.
Gotcha.
You can take my honey and send it off and have it analyzed, and they can tell you exactly the percentage of roses, the percentage of ivy, the percentage of blackberry.
No kidding.
The percentages of all of the different flowers that are in there, because there's small granules
Of
of the stuff, which helps people with allergies.
Yep.
Because it gives them small amounts to help
No
them
kidding.
not be as allergic to the pollen.
Bees are more useful than you think, chat. Don't destroy bees. Don't like run away from. I mean, if you're allergic, all right, you got a different situation.
Stay away.
Stay away if you're allergic. You have an allergic or something. But bees are our friends. That's why I didn't want to destroy them when I saw them end up in the driveway here. So you taste the pollen. Yeah, local honey's best. Got that. Only by local honey. You also live in the beehive state. The beehive state.
Oh, is this the beehive state?
What's the beehive state?
I don't know.
What is the beehive state? Sniper, what's the beehive state? Without bees, humans starve, because we were talking about all of the crops that they pollinate and stuff like that. Exactly. Are there bee conventions?
Absolutely.
There's a bee
Absolutely.
convention in my tree. No.
There was one in October, November in Monroe.
No
and
kidding.
They're coming up. There's one in Greenville in a couple months.
Yeah.
They're all over.
They're all over the place. Utah is the beehive state.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Kaylee, if you do a report on Utah, it's the beehive state. Yes. They will go away. Their queen is gone.
Yes, they got no reason to be there.
Yeah. They have no reason to be
No reason to be
there. Yes. Einstein theorized that humans would only last 3 years without bees.
Oh wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, that's a new fact for me too.
Beemeister in chat said that, so I imagine
okay.
Beemeister might know
Beemeister,
something.
I hope Beemeister knows what he's talking about
yeah,
with a name like that.
with a name like that, yeah,
Either that or
exactly.
we have to take his name away.
Exactly. There's a beehive on the state flag of Utah.
Okay.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know that. Rosemary's stuck with the back of her head. Does he need a water? Oh, do you need water or anything? You want a bottle of water or
No, I'm
something?
good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I've been making you talk probably a lot more
No,
than...
that's all right.
Kim is taking care of the guests here. So yellow Jessie, which yeah. Vibes. These are not wasps. These are not yellow jackets.
Was that your wife
Yeah,
offering me water?
She was asking from inside.
Tell her that I would love to have a bottle, but she has to bring it to me.
You're not getting a bottle of water. You're not going
I
to get a
guess
bottle.
I'm just going to die.
You're just going to die of dehydration. If the requirement is she walks a bottle of water out here. She might throw it at us for saying that.
That's a different animal.
The door upstairs is going to open and she's going to like a hand grenade around the
Throw it
corner,
around the corner, sidearm.
trying from inside the house. Hey, Gio, I appreciate the 10-month support there. Thank you very much for the support. In before the camera gets hit by a water bottle. She'll send the kid out. If you want a water bottle, she'll send the kid out with it.
Thank you very much.
All right. She puts the kid at risk. What? Really? I mean, I wouldn't be standing if there was a bigger. If this was like a yellow jacket swarm or something like that.
No, I would be gone.
Yeah, no. I got all sorts of stuff that sprays like up to 20 feet in the garage.
That's right.
Get a flamethrower or something after them. I don't know. Is it possible for me to start a bee colony in my backyard? Crownless 82. That's what we were talking about, the local resources. So if you want to learn more about beekeeping, the best thing to do is,
Yep. Your local area. There, most states and and municipalities allow bees in your backyard. It just depends on who and where you are.
Yep. Yeah, make sure there's not like a city ordinance against keeping
Right,
bees
but
or
in most
something.
cases, there's not.
Yep.
But again, verify that for your particular area.
Yeah, for your area.
But yeah, I mean,
No purchase necessary, void or prohibited.
There are people who have 2 and 3 hives in their backyard, and
Yeah.
it's just a hobby. Well, this is just a hobby for me because
Yeah.
this is not my full-time job.
Yeah, it's not your full-time job. Okay.
So, but I've got 8 hives now, 9.
Now 9. Well, I hope this one comes through. I hope it blossoms. I don't know what's a verb. Blossoms into a successful hive.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, it's resources that
Yeah.
if so for some reason it doesn't work and there's not a queen, I can I can always use these bees to put in my other hives.
And they would like add up to
And
another
they'll
hive
just-
or something.
They'll just extra bees from my other hive.
Yeah. But I bet you, like, they probably wouldn't have been making the comb up there if they didn't have a queen in there, right? I don't know.
You know, the cone is something that they make instinctively. The new younger bees, they have a glands underneath their thorax.
Right? I think that's
Part
right.
of their
yeah.
part of their
body, yeah.
that they make the wax from, and that's how they make it. It's pretty and white, and that's how they store their honey.
Yeah.
That's where they lay the eggs to have the brood. So if they thought they were going to stay there, and I'm surprised because most of the time they show up and within a day or two they're gone.
Right.
But the fact that they've been there 3 or 4 days is a question about why was that, but I don't have the answer.
I don't know. Well, they're in the box now, and the box is stapled shut with some screens. So
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
yeah. Let's see here. Head, thorax, abdomen. There you go. It's head, thorax, abdomen is the big part of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
there you go.
So
All right, see,
I think the wax glands are on the abdomen.
that's the greatest part about this. I don't have to know anything.
That's right. People can tell you that.
They just tell me. They'll correct me. They look
You're
it up.
getting braver and braver.
Braver.
The dog needed to come out, so.
Gotta go pee.
Yeah. So that was a Tesla driving by in the background. Thank you. Yes, it was a Tesla driving by. People actually do watch the video. Like,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. They're watching the background too.
Yeah, they're watching everything. So, anyways, y'all, I don't mind leaving the stream on. I'm probably going to point the camera back down here. I'm not going to make you stand on camera and answer a question for 30
that's
minutes
fine. I'm good.
or anything like that.
I'm just waiting for my.
You're
my
stuck here right
wonderful bride.
now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my bride to show back up.
You're going to end up eating dinner with us. I think we're going to have lasagna or something. So,
Sounds good to me.
yeah, I mean,
Don't look at me.
yeah, that is the thing. I stream, I cook, and yeah.
Stream and cook.
Yep.
Look, it's not so, yeah.
Oh man. So it's weird, chat. Now there's less bees buzzing around. So now when a bee gets close to me, I'm like, whoa, like just a natural reaction. Earlier there was just so many bees, there's nothing I could do about it. You just had to sort of
Well, they
be
don't
one with
bother
the
me
bees.
until they start flying right here.
Yeah.
When they start flying right here, I'll turn around and go.
Yep.
But
I-
other than that, they can go everywhere.
I definitely had one like on here on my neck for a
Right.
little while.
Yeah.
And I was concerned I was gonna like turn and smash it and make it mad.
Yeah.
So I was like, ugh, don't move until it buzzed away. So that was a weird sensation. Is there like certain clothes you wear? Like tight fitting clothes?
Well,
You don't want a pocket full of bees?
no,
Whatever.
they tend not to go down. They tend to go up.
Okay.
And it depends on what type of work I'm doing in the hive. If I'm going to be shaking a lot of bees
Yeah.
off of frames, making a lot of bees fly, I mean, I've done some things before where I've had 30,000 bees flying at one time.
That'd be cool.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
But when they do, then they land on your shoes and they crawl up your pants,
Oh.
and that's not a fun thing. They need to leave.
You gotta get some duct tape and like.
Yeah. So you have to be a little careful. They
Yeah.
do move up.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what I'm doing. Again, I wasn't doing anything today that was crazy for me to be worried about them going and flying and doing. And again, they're not really interested in stinging.
Right.
They're really interested in finding a home and moving on.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't upset them and get too close to them.
Yeah.
So I've got. Can you see that little dark mark there?
Oh yeah.
That little dark mark there.
Uh-huh.
There's a dark mark there.
Yep.
And a dark mark there.
Okay.
My hands are kind of dirty.
4 little dark marks.
Those are all bee stings.
No kidding.
So I had
now?
some. No.
No.
A couple weeks ago. So I had some comb that got
Do not land on me.
put in the wrong place.
Okay.
And I had to take it off.
Gotcha.
And bees were all over it. And the only way I could do it was to touch it. And you have to be careful, but I couldn't get the bees out of the way, and I
Right.
touched them. And when I touched them,
Then they freaked
stung.
out. Yeah.
So they stung. But
Gotcha.
other than that, they generally don't sting.
You want to be gentle with them.
Yes, you do.
Except for that time when you shake them into the box with the branch.
And that's like new home.
Yeah, that's like you throw them into the box. Oh, I've got that on the camera here, chat. So if y'all didn't see that earlier, what are what? So the extra bees in front, chat. Here, we'll pull this camera back around. The extra bees here are bees that aren't going to make it along for the ride.
Yeah, they're not going to go. They're gonna go somewhere else and do something different.
Yep. So we got hundreds of bees inside the box already. We've closed up the box. You can see the screen there is actually stapled over the entrance to the box. And those bees who chose not to follow the scent and to go into the box are just going to stay here. Actually, not stay here. They're going to be outside. Then they're not going to have a reason to be here, so they're going to go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Be here.
They're not going to be here
There's
anymore.
50 or so up there, and they kept going back up there.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for them to be back.
That just is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, anyways.
There
All
she
right,
is.
there we go. So, chat, we'll catch, you mind if we catch loading this into the back of the truck?
That's absolutely wonderful.
All right, good. We're going to load this up into the back of the truck here, y'all, and send the bees on their merry way so that they can move on to their new home, hopefully.
New home.
So, yeah, all right.
Baby, will you drop the tailgate down? Oh, it's okay. They're locked up. They're locked up in the box. They're not going anywhere now.
All right. They're just like hanging out there. There.
They
Just leave
gave
them
us this was the theme at their honey, at
Yeah.
their wedding.
Yeah. So.
And so they had the caterer do all this, and they said it was from local honey.
Yeah, that we had a big cardboard box that
Love
had like
the honeybee family.
orientation.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Meant to be.
So the bees apparently stopped at our house because they heard about the wedding reception.
Right, right,
I was
right.
quite sure that's
That
exactly
they heard
why.
about the way. Remember, I got to get some staples for my gun, and I put yours back over there. In
Yep,
front of
it's
the
just
thing.
up on the house.
Okay.
I'll wash it off. Yeah.
All right, up. Big
Good
brush.
deal. Good deal. So, hey, Chad, I'm going to leave the camera on the bees that are staying behind over there, but we are going to go ahead and let John and his wife head on back home. They've got the bees in the bed of the truck.
Yep.
Literally just the bees riding in the back of an F-150 right now.
Yep, there they are.
Yeah. Oh, can I get a picture of the comb there?
Sure.
Is that
sure.
cool?
Here, let me pick it up for you.
Okay, cool.
Make it easier on you. We have been asked to talk to
Yeah.
a group of first graders next week, and we're going to do that. And this
That's
will be
really
some
cool.
neat comb that we can take with them and say, hey, this is what the bees did.
Rotate it. Yeah, there you go. Rotate it this way. Yeah, there you go.
Whatever you need.
That's a little. And it actually smells.
Yep.
Is that what you sprayed? Did you spray some stuff on it,
Well,
or is
I
that
remember
it?
I sprayed the whole hive with the Honeybee Healthy.
Yeah.
No
kidding.
Well, the limb was the bees were there.
Yeah.
So you can actually use this. Oh, well, you could have.
Yeah, here we go.
As chewing gum.
Really?
I mean, it's people eat that. As a matter of fact, people pay way more for honey with the cone in it than they do without it, and that you can tell how pretty and white that is. That's fresh made. That is absolutely
like
fresh as it can be.
Can we put that on the camera right quick?
Sure.
Just to show them.
Sure.
Are they attacking the camera?
And from her frame of mind.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's zoom that out. And if you just put it down in front of the camera, I'll get zoomed in on it. Yeah, there we go. So, Chet, there is actually a bit of the honeycomb that they made up in the tree, which is a little weird because normally when they're swarming, they wouldn't expend any resources to build the honeycomb.
Until they got to their home.
Yeah, until they got to their new home. So hopefully they weren't thinking that that was going to be a new home for them. But look, you can just see it's like John was saying it's brand new white, and that means it's like fresh.
Fresh, very fresh, just absolutely made.
Yeah. No kidding.
And only the young bees have the ability to make wax.
Really?
The very young bees, and I'm not sure why they do that, but in any event, they were along for the long haul.
Yeah.
You kind of see how it was all up in here, and they were starting to build wax all along through there.
Wow. No
So I
kidding.
mean, but they could do that in a matter of a couple of hours.
Okay. That's not like 2 days worth of work or anything.
No.
All
A
right.
couple of hours.
Okay, good deal. Well, let's get that back over there.
All right.
John, thank you again
Well,
for
it's
your
my
time.
pleasure. Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. How about whatever you're going to do with this? If you're going to archive that, or I'm assuming you are.
Of course,
send me
yeah.
a link that I can take a peek at it.
Yeah,
I'd like
absolutely.
To see it and see how it looks and see what goes from there. And then you and I'll follow up later for a field trip. And
That'd be great.
See how we can create a video, something for the kids later on.
That'd be absolutely great. That'd be fantastic. You
pleasure.
still got a mic on I'm going to take off.
No, that's right. You don't want me to take that with me, do you?
Yeah, no, not that one. I need them, but here, I'll shut this off right quick. That's your receiver. There we go. And you get together? You want me to grab it, or
No,
just stuck up in there?
you hold
Nope.
that.
Got it. Yep.
We'll
That's cool.
figure out where it is. Baby, did you get the ladder?
Oh yeah.
Baby got the ladder.
Nope, it's in there.
Baby's hard working one.
Thank you, sir.
Again, John, thank you very
Yeah,
much. I greatly
appreciate you.
it. Have any more bees, let me know.
Will do. I gotta say, hopefully not, for my wife's sake.
I hope not too, but maybe one of your neighbors does.
Well, we know who to call then.
The guy.
Yeah, we know who to call.
Thank you again.
Yeah, appreciate you. All right, chap. Hang on a second. Yeah, we're still good. Where did I put my phone? My top pocket. That's where I put my phone. Wow, chat. That's cool. I'm gonna say that that's pretty darn cool. It's really nice that John came by to work with us and help us pull down the bees out of the tree and take them home and that sort of stuff. B, it's cool that our bees are mostly gone. I mean, there must have been 500. How many bees do you think were in that swarm, Cashier? This is all that's left.
About 1,000?
Probably so. But that's all that's left now. There's that's all, well, hey, simmer down. So, anyways, he was cool with the stream. Yeah, he was cool with the stream. Which of the bees is Jon Pendleton? He's leaving right now. Which of the bees is Jon Pendleton? Do I still have it on that scene? There you go. I'll switch it back over to that. Spring honeybee swarm. There you go. He was a good dude. These are now rogue bees. They're like, they're Ronin bees. They serve no master now.
So are those.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm just in the middle of the bee swarm here. The ones that got left behind, are gonna hopefully move on. There's no queen here for them anymore. If they don't, we're chopping down the entire tree, said Kimmis. Anyways, I have to re-enable the LRT. We've been running all this off only one modem right now. So apparently the firmware upgrade kicked the LRT off. Not exactly sure what the deal with that is, but there is some zoom action on the bees. Why not burn it down? We're not setting fire to the tree in the front yard. I'm just saying. We're not setting fire to the tree in the front yard. Anyways, y'all, I think what we're gonna do, it's about time for us to be getting some dinner inside. I'm gonna see if I can't stream some Kerbal a little bit later. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. Hey, it's been spring break all this week and I've been hanging out with the kiddo. What are you waving at? Huh? Okay. It's been spring break all this week, and my daughter, Casher, has been hanging out with us here this week. We've been doing all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, you're not even anywhere near that. Yeah. Yeah, Kaylee, go that way. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and head on inside. God, that drone is big. How does that thing even fly? Wow. Anyways, there's a big bee. Oh, time for bird watching. It's done on the back porch. Yes, we do have lots of bird on the back porch. But all this week I've been spending time with the daughter and Kimmis, and doing a little bit of stuff that I normally don't get a chance to do. So.
What we're doing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we're going to a llama farm. Tomorrow we're going to head out to a llama farm and visit some llamas tomorrow. Not planning on streaming that, just so you know. But we're taking the kid out to a llama farm. Now, I'll ask the llama farmer if he would like to do a virtual field trip at some point. Stream the llamas. It's too big to fly, so it just flies anyways. It doesn't know that it's too big to fly. Nice. Anyways, y'all, I am going to go ahead and shut it down now. It's almost 2 hours worth of bee stream. Just again, another sort of interesting educational thing. Sorry for the loss of signal in there. I was, huh?
In the garage.
Take off all my clothes in the garage. And your camera stays outside too. Well, the funny thing is when I close the trunk of the car, there's probably going to be some in this trunk of the car here. That's slightly disconcerting. This wasn't a B stream, it was an A stream. Hey, y'all, I know that this isn't the normal sort of thing. Is Damien doing outdoor stuff? If Damien's doing some outdoor stuff today, we'll go ahead and raid Damien Explorers, who does bird watching and stuff like that. Again, I apologize for the signal drop there. It apparently nuked my LRT, so although I had 4 modems online, it was only using 1 modem, and I should have known that was happening. I knew that was going to happen, and I just didn't reset the LRT before I came back. So, would you be my neighbor? Nice. Dan was up the other day with some stream issues. Might be down to fix his rig. Oh, okay. Who else is going then? What other streams? I can't really find a stream, but if one of the mods wants to raid a stream, I was chewing on the honeycomb, chat. If one of the mods wants to do a raid, just find something to do a raid for, because the people who stuck around for this are probably people who are more interested in non-gaming types of streams, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and get some dinner here, y'all. So one of the mods just raid, host whatever channel you think we should, and I'm going to go inside, get rid of all of the... Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Now that the hive is gone, chat, the bees aren't focused around the hive. As long as the hive was on the ground, the bees were just sort of focused around the hive, and now there's no place for the bees to focus, so they're like all over the map. They're really spread out. They're this like thinner, but they're spread all over the place now. And so I'm like walking around, I'm like, wait, I'm so far away. What's the deal? Same as usual. Yeah, all right, Defiant. Raid EJ or something like that then, and tell him that there were bees on my camera. There were bees crawling on me, which is a little bit weird. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, I know that's not a normal type of stream, but I think that it's interesting and it's good practice for other stuff. And now I know that I need to re-enable LRT for the firmware so we do the next thing. So anyways, I will catch you nerds later. And if I can get online later this evening, I will. If I can't, then I will see y'all next time. But again, spending some time with the family this week. It's spring break, have the kiddo, doing cool things, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me so I can do this sort of stuff. So for now, hope you enjoyed it. Later, nerds. Yeah.
so loud.
Yeah, I know, you can hear them. Hey, so that... turn my mic off. The number one thing not to do is wave around and stuff like that. You just have to move slowly. Like if you're jumping on top of them, stuff like that. That's exactly...